So we're looking for the third AD carry ban here against Istanbul. Probably the Tristana, maybe, or maybe the Kaisa, because Holy Phoenix has now played 2 games on it. But the third ban from Istanbul should be the Lucian ban. Otherwise, Red will first pick it. Kaisa does hit the deck. Notably, if Lucian does hit the table here, we could probably see a first pick Gwen, but we'll see. Lucian's banned. Gwen first pick. Something to watch out for is both Leona and Nautilus are unbanned, so that and then also the Renata counter pick is pretty important here. Also, Viego priority has been pretty large, so you could probably see like a Leona Viego picked up early, countered by a Renata. Also, having Graves into Gwen Shield or Shroud is pretty big. Tryndamere into Gwen. Tryndamere and Jax are 2 picks that are really seen there. Ooh, we actually go both the Graves and the Tryndamere. Interesting. Oh, instead we're gonna pick the Jhin here. Picking away Jhin for Holy Phoenix means your best player is on a more of a supportive role, which is probably not what you want, I can't imagine. And then punishing picks into the Jhin, like scaling carries. Wow, you could pick a Renata next to the Jhin here and kind of gift her through the laning phase, though. So something definitely Red Canids is not playing around. I almost like picking Viego here before the second ban phase. Scaling pick coming into Jhin. Kind of an interesting look, especially if Jhin does go for that Eclipse. Let's see what the pick is. I imagine picking jungler and then banning is pretty good here, but instead we're going to go Alistar. Alistar is kind of bad into Gwen, no? Unless you like flash Q and then headbutt her out of the shroud. Kind of an interesting look. Both teams need a mid and top laner, so... Oh, excuse me. Both teams need a mid and jungler, so this is looking like an R4 jungle pick, and then counter pick for mid for Istanbul. Silas taking off the table is a really, really good pick into this R3 Alistar. Pretty heads up. Diana being banned away is kind of interesting. Guaranteeing value for the Tabby's top is kind of what we're looking for on the Gwen. Echo taken off the table is interesting. Ensuring that AP mages, or not, AP junglers aren't played here. But this should be maybe a Viego? Well, Viego doesn't have a lot of damage. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I do think Viego's the best jungler left up, so... But it could be answered by the early prio of the Volibear for Aegis. Aegis, whatever. This also sets up a Vex pick alongside the Viego with this RE band. But if they don't watch out, they could also go for an R5 Lissandra pick. That's not that's not great. So they opt into the Lee Sin into that matchup, which is already pretty bad. Going Cassidon into the lane dominant Gwen, or lane dominant Zoe seems kind of interesting. Victor can somewhat contest the early poke. Um, yeah, I don't know about the Zoe pick. The Zoe pick's kind of sus, especially next to the Lee Sin. But I suppose the early lane dominance could find a way to get Zeri and Gwen scaling into the late game. Both teams tied at 1-3 though, so who knows? Anything could happen, I guess. But I don't know. Both comps are like so bad. The Tryndamere pick into Gwen kind of has a little bit of value, but I don't know. I'm leaning more towards the red Canids.